Have you ever done the right thing and still everything went wrong? Have you ever trusted God, prayed every day, believed with all your heart, but your life kept getting worse? You expected things to change. You expected doors to open. You expected progress. But instead, you experienced pain, delay, confusion. You prayed for answers, but all you heard was silence. And now, deep inside your heart, you are asking, God, where are you? Did you forget me? Do you even see me? Do you still care? But what if what you're going through right now is not the end of your story? What if your delay is not denial? What if God is still working even when you cannot see it? This is the story of Joseph, a man who had a dream but lost everything, a man who was chosen by God but still went through pain, a man who discovered that even in silence, God is still present. Joseph was just a young man, full of life, full of hope, full of faith. He believed in God. He believed his life had meaning. And one day, God gave him a dream. Not just any dream, a powerful dream. A dream of greatness, a dream of rising, a dream where even those around him would bow before him. Joseph believed it. He felt excited. He felt chosen. He felt special. So he shared it. He told his brothers. He told his family, thinking they would celebrate with him. But instead, they hated him. They looked at him differently. They became jealous. They became angry. The same people he trusted, the same people he loved, now wanted nothing to do with him. One day, they saw him coming from a distance, and instead of welcoming him, they made a decision to get rid of him. They grabbed him. They stripped him of his coat. They took away the very thing that made him feel special, and they threw him into a deep, dark, empty pit. Can you imagine that moment? Alone, confused, hurt, looking up, hoping someone would help, but no one came. Sometimes in life, your deepest pain does not come from strangers. It comes from people you trusted, people you laughed with, people you believed would always be there. Friends may turn their backs on you. Family may misunderstand you. People you loved may walk away. And you are left asking, why? Why me? What did I do wrong? But listen carefully. Even in that pit, God was still there. Even when Joseph could not see him, even when everything felt broken, God had not left him. But things got even worse. They didn't just leave him in the pit. They sold him, like he meant nothing, like his life had no value. Joseph went from being a dreamer to being a slave, from being loved to being rejected, from having hope to feeling completely lost. He was taken far away into a foreign land, a place he didn't know, surrounded by strangers, No friends, no family, no support system, no one to help him. Have you ever felt like that? Like you're alone in life? Like nobody understands you? Like you're fighting battles that no one else can see? But even there, God was with him. Joseph could have given up. He could have become bitter. He could have lost his faith. But he didn't. He kept working. He stayed disciplined. He stayed faithful. He stayed focused. And slowly, things started changing. He began to rise again. He gained favor. He gained trust. It looked like his life was finally getting better. But suddenly, everything collapsed again. He was falsely accused, lied about, betrayed once again, and this time he was thrown into prison, locked up, forgotten, treated like a criminal for something he didn't even do. Have you ever done everything right and still ended up in the wrong place? Have you ever been blamed for something that was not your fault? Have you ever lost an opportunity even though you deserved it? Life can feel unfair, painful, confusing. But hear this: God does not waste your pain. He uses it. In that prison, Joseph waited. Days passed. Weeks passed. Months passed. Years passed. No miracle. No breakthrough. No answer. Just silence. Just waiting. Just hoping. Just trusting. This is the hardest part. The silent season. The season where nothing seems to happen. The season where you feel stuck. The season where you question everything. This is where most people give up. This is where people lose faith. This is where people walk away from God because they think, if God is real, why is nothing changing? Why am I still here? Why is my situation the same? But what you don't see is that God is working behind the scenes. God is preparing you. God is building your strength. God is shaping your character. God is positioning you for something greater than you imagined. And then, one day, everything changed. Pharaoh had a dream, and no one could explain it. No one had the answer. And suddenly, someone remembered Joseph. The same Joseph who was forgotten. The same Joseph who was rejected. The same Joseph who was in prison. In one moment, everything shifted. From prison to palace. From forgotten to remembered. From broken to powerful. God lifted him. God elevated him. God changed his story in one moment. That is how God works. He may take time, but when He moves, everything changes. That delay you were crying about, that season of waiting, that pain you were feeling, it is not punishment. It is preparation. God is getting you ready for something bigger than you imagined. And one day, Joseph stood before his brothers again. The same brothers who betrayed him, the same brothers who hurt him, and they bowed before him, just like the dream. And in that moment, Joseph said something powerful. What you meant for evil, God used for good. That pain had a purpose. That delay had a reason. That suffering was not wasted. So if you are in a pit right now, if you feel stuck, if you feel feel forgotten, if you feel like giving up, don't quit. Don't lose faith. Don't walk away, because your story is not over. God is still writing it. And one day, you will look back and understand everything. So tell me, do you still doubt that God is working in your life? Or are you ready to trust Him, even in the silence? Type, "I trust God," if you believe your breakthrough is coming.